Happy Wisdom Wednesday, everybody. So since I'm going to be working late tonight from the office, I decided to do the video from here. I've gotten quite a lot of questions on the topic of productivity, so I feel like bringing out a classic on that, David Allen's Getting Things Done. I first came across this book a few years ago, and it's definitely got a cult following among executives. I've heard about a lot of execs and CEOs who have used this book for many, many years, and every time they change companies or take on new teams, they reread this book. It's a fantastic book on productivity and systems, and I'm going to share with you a very simple mnemonic device that will greatly improve your productivity. You can implement it right away. But you know, on the topic of productivity, why are we wanting to be more productive these days? Well, the fact of the matter is that there's an overwhelming number of things that are coming up, a lot of information that's coming our way. But that being said, there's still a possibility to function at a very high level with increased attention, increased effectiveness and efficiency. And I can tell you that when you start doing that, or even if you're lucky enough to do it a few hours of the day, it's a fantastic way to live your life. The whole idea of productivity is finding a way to be fully present in everything that you're doing and essentially having a calm sense of control over your attention. Once you start doing this and even implementing a few simple approaches from this book, you know, you start to really wield your attention and make sure that you're fully present in the things that you're doing, whether it's talking to a colleague or doing a task. The fact of the matter is that because of smartphones and digital technology, the boundaries between our cognitive and work places are really blurred and quite ambiguous. You know, we take our smartphones home with us, and we're constantly doing work. So those boundaries are blurred, and what doesn't help is that the concepts of time and space are also kind of ambiguous, which are things that we should find ways to engage with. Add on top of that the multitude of information and data coming our way that could actually help us, and it's very easy to get overwhelmed. So let's get straight into it. I'll tell you the mnemonic device that I've come up with for productivity, and you can remember it as CDC, or capture, direct, and curate. So I want you to imagine that you see a director of a movie with a hat and the speaker on the director's chair, and what they're doing is that they are directing, right? So you capture them in the act, and they're directing and telling people what to do, and you see them that as they're directing and telling people what to do, that they're starting to curate and coordinate what's happening. So let's start with the first one, C for capture. You want to have a system where you can essentially capture all the incoming tasks and ideas that you have. The most important thing is that to have a clear head and function properly so you can focus your attention, you got to get things off your head and out of your mind. Think of your mind or your brain just like a computer hard drive. It's only got a limited amount of space. So, and I'm going to turn my computer to you. One tool that I like to use, which is free, is called Trello. I have a board set up here, which is, you can find a template for this online. It's very easy to use. And moving from left to right, I have resources, ideas, to do, up next, in progress, review, and done. And this is not only for work, but I also use this for my personal life, for my chores and things to do. It really makes things easy because that way you're not spending time trying to remember everything. The next one is direct. You want to direct yourself to make front-end decisions. Now, what does that mean? The reason why you set up a system to capture ideas and tasks is that you can direct yourself to make the front-end decisions of whether you're going to do those tasks now, in a few minutes, in a day, a week, or whatever. Here's a perfect example of how to implement this just with emails. This is how I've been able to keep my email inbox pretty low. Now, I'm showing you my personal email inbox, which has become like a spam box at this point, but I still get important emails here. What I do to make a front-end decision on emails is that anytime I go in here, I don't open emails unless I'm going to reply to them, and I look at the subject, who it's coming from, the subject line, and the first few sentences. Based on that, you can tell right away whether or not you should open the email. And if you open the email, only do so if you can answer the email within 2 minutes. If you do that, check your email every hour or two, and you make those replies right away. But if it's something that's going to take a little bit longer, maybe you have to attach some things, get more people involved, don't do it there. Save it for when you can actually focus on that task. Now, The last one, which is curate and coordinate, has to do with the fact that, okay, you've captured all this information, you're directing yourself to make front-end decisions. What do you do about the things that are still left over? The ideas, maybe great articles that you've come across. Well, you have to have a system of how you're going to curate and coordinate where those things go. So again, going back to your list, let's say Trello, that's a good place to do it. And when it comes to finding articles on your phone, LinkedIn has a function where you can save articles to read later on, or another application is called Pocket. Pocket can be downloaded on your phone, and any article you come across, you can immediately just hold the article down on your smartphone and you save it. Now, this is my Pocket, and I have articles in here from the last couple of years that I've been sitting in here, but it's essentially a cue for me to go back and retrieve articles, things that I thought would be helpful, and that way it's off my mind and I'm not trying to think or look for it. They're all in one place. So that's your book of the week. Leave a comment below. What are some hacks or tactics that you like to use on productivity? Definitely getting things done. And again, the mnemonic device that you want to remember is capture, direct, and curate. You're capturing a director, directing, and as that person's directing, they're curating and coordinating things on the movie set. So capture, direct, and curate. So hope that's been helpful. Happy Wisdom Wednesday, and I'll see you all next week.